Hello, and welcome to this entry onto the meats playlist. The problem, somewhat obvious, being that this isn't meat. But I had to know. And I don't know where else to put it. So it's on the meats playlist. Okay, so I'm going to go through a number of things here because the psychology of this is just messing with my brain. But this product line, which only has 3 products, has literally appeared out of nowhere overnight and suddenly become... It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. Around me, anyway. So I'm like, dude, what is going on with this? And to look at the manufacturer's information, you come to realize why suddenly it seems to be all around you. So the manufacturer's information is manufactured for Planet Partnership, LLC, a joint venture between Beyond Meat Incorporated and the Pepsi-Cola Company. And that is why all of a sudden I'm tripping over this stuff when I walk into Walmart. So it's not meat. It's plant-based protein, which bothers my reason. Okay, so you're a vegan or a vegetarian, but vegetarians never say they're vegetarian. They always say they're vegan now because that's trending and vegetarian isn't. And, okay, so you're vegan. At what point of the day does a vegan go, you know what, I'd really like to replicate a beef jerky eating experience? Or I know somebody's out there going, well, what if the person just became vegan? So you've just switched over to the vegan lifestyle. Okay. But on day 3, you decide to try to replicate a beef jerky eating experience. Turn back. You've already lost. So I don't know how this is going. I'll put forth a conspiracy theory, which will most likely in the next decade turn out to be true. But never mind, they all do anymore. Our billionaire class, political class, and their media lackeys are going to be increasingly promoting the idea of you not eating meat. Okay? Now, I'm not saying they're not going to be. They're still going to be having their fillets and whatnot. Just you. You're not going to be eating meat because it's bad for the planet, because cows produce methane, which is a greenhouse gas, and global warming, or whatever we're calling it this month. So I'll just throw that out there. Okay, so it's not meat. What is it? I will tell you. Ingredients list, starting with the most prevalent and moving down to the least. Number 1 ingredient, water. Number 2 ingredient, mung bean protein. That is protein from a mung bean. Okay, so that's M-U-N-G, mung bean, B-E-A-N. Then going past that is pea protein, as in peas, not pleased. Who's pleased to see peas, really? Unless you're a family member of mine in Scotland, and then you're always pleased to see more peas. But moving past that. Pea protein, as in P-E-A, protein from. That also has a very small cross next to it, which makes me think, oh, wait a minute. Okay, you ready for your pea allergy warning? Peas are legumes. People with severe allergies to legumes like peanuts should be cautious when introducing pea protein into their diet because of the possibility of a pea allergy. You're saying, I've never heard of that before. And I'm going to tell you, neither have I. But in the country we now live in, you got to be wary and thoughtful when it comes to people's pea allergies. Okay, so I'm going to read the little story here. Now, as you can see, I am going basically off the packaging here. This is not the normal format. Normally, I know this all ahead of time. However, I just didn't feel like doing the legwork for this. Sorry. Deal with it. The future of protein. Beyond Jerky. Teriyaki flavored. We'll see about that. Go beyond snacking with Beyond Jerky. I should do my theatrical voice. Our tender cuts are marinated, slow roasted, and kettle cooked for a full flavored, delicious bite. Made with 100% plant-based protein without GMOs, soy, or gluten for all you gluten allergy people. You can eat more of what you love with no compromises. With 10 grams of protein per serving, it's the perfect snack to keep you going. It is the perfect snack to keep you going. On the back of a package that just listed the number 2 ingredient as mung bean protein. Okay. Clown World is truly upon us now. Safe handling instructions. After opening, refrigerate and consume within 3 days. Packet and close to keep product fresh. Do not eat packet. Seriously, like, I don't know where, like, I don't know if it's just like the population has been just beat into the ground to the point of sad, or lawsuits over the last 30 years have turned our corporations into just hot messes. Anyway, okay, so that is a picture of the product in there. The bag feels pretty heavy. That's because it's a 3-ounce net weight bag, so it's heavier than any Jack Link's or Bridgeford product. I'm going to be showing you the nutritional information, which in itself is not bad at all. This is for the entirety of the bag. Although, in retrospect, maybe I should have just done the serving, because I don't know if any of us are going to be able to get through a whole bag. But here it is. So there's 3 servings per bag. If you wanted to know the serving size, throw any number you see here onto a calculator and divide by 3. 3, 2, and pause. Notice that the iron is way up. The protein's all right. I mean, really, that's not bad. It's just, I just don't understand, like, where we've gone as a people. But we're almost at the 9-minute mark. So you got 2 tabs here. It is a hanger bag. There's a Ziploc. I am noticing the Ziploc is engaged, keeping the mung bean protein contained. Wow. Okay, you know what? They got the have you ever seen a rip like that? That straight? It's almost like it's perforated. Okay, they got the bags right. One point bonus for bag ripping properties. Okay. Teriyaki. So you claim. Okay, now I can't get into the bag though. Okay. Here we go. There's something horrifying and yet somewhat familiar at the same time. The stuff actually, it doesn't look terrible. You know that there's something off, but if it wasn't in this packaging and you had no info, I mean, and somebody just said, "What is this?" You'd be like, "Oh, that's beef jerky." It's, you know what it is? It's not. It's teriyaki. The smell is teriyaki, but it's teriyaki. It smells like teriyaki on a dish, but on a certain dish, which is most likely plant-based. But it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like your normal. Holy crap. Okay, they didn't. Evidently, if it's plant-based, you get a white packet that says "Do not eat." That's twice the size of everybody else's. Look at the size of this thing, dude. That's probably like an ounce by itself, right there. Okay, so it's noticeably different looking. There's a lot of it. Like, this is the one product that I didn't need a lot of. Because, like, going beyond the allergies and whatnot, like, does anybody out there know if mung bean agrees with them? Like, you know what I mean? It's so here's my pile of mung bean chips. Stuff's sort of dry. It's somewhat tender. Oh, man. Dude, why do I do this? I always, like, laugh when I see stuff like this in the store, and I'm like, I'll do that week after next. And then week after next does come, and I'm like, oh, damn. But then I don't have anything else, so there's nothing, yeah, whatever. Okay, so this, dude, see, like, okay, these are the common sizes here. It's not bad, and there's a lot of it. Watch this be excellent and me be like, some freaking mung bean junkie. It's not terrible. It's edible. It is in the mouth. Let me see how it tears. You don't get the papery rip, but in the mouth, it would pass as a cut of meat. It's not terrible. You know something's off. Like, if somebody put this in a beef jerky bag and gave it to me, and I ate it and tasted this, I'd be like, oh crap, check the dates. But knowing what it is, they're getting better. They're getting better at stuff like this, which is a little scary in a way. It feels and breaks down while chewing like a piece of beef jerky, or fairly close to it. Closer than you would think, let me put it that way. It looks fairly close. I'm guessing the product itself, like the individual pieces, are lighter than a meat product, which is why it's coming off as so much, because it seems like a lot. Now, it's 3 net weight ounces, but a Jack Link's bag is 2.65. Okay, so it seems like a lot more than that. The teriyaki flavoring is pretty potent. It's not bad. It's not the best I've ever had, but it's not bad. It's pretty strong. Which, with a product like this, I'm like, oh, good, great. And then I'm like, wait, why are they making the teriyaki seem so strong? Is that because that's how the flavor reacts when it's not actual meat? Or is that because they've dialed it up to cover the not actual meat? This is just one of those things. I mean, look, I guess if I was a doctor, I could come up with a medical reason that one would want to eat this instead of beef jerky. All right? But as you can see from the sodium, which is 1,270 milligrams for the bag, I mean, if it's a sodium blood pressure thing, this isn't really helping you. I mean, it's not the highest I've seen, but it's not great, you know? There is a lasting aftertaste, I can tell you right now. I'll eat a little more of it. I mean, it's one of those things that, look, now that was interesting because it tore off like that and it peeled. It's one of those things that, you know, if you were in an emergency situation and food was an issue, you'd be extremely happy to see this. And with the protein count and the iron, this, you'd be very happy. It's a little lighter in the calories, but... So, look, this could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. I think with time moving on, they're able and have the methods of production to get this stuff closer and closer to what they're trying to replicate. My big question, or the questions that raise with it, is who's shooting for this? As I said at the beginning, like if you're vegan, you're not trying to replicate eating beef jerky. And if you just turned vegan and you're already trying to replicate eating beef jerky, then maybe vegan isn't for you. I guess there's some like ultra woke soccer moms out there in suburbia that'll be like, I eat it all the time. It's just like why? Like, why is this a thing? But with Pepsi Cola behind it, it may be a thing. So, not for me. Not terrible. I'll probably put the rest of this back in the bag, though. Could have been a lot worse. Glad it wasn't. Strong teriyaki taste. If you really like teriyaki, this is about as strong as you're going to get in a beef jerky-like product. So, if that sells it to you. I'm looking what else. Slow roasted and kettle cooked. How much did I pay for this? There is a Best Buy date on the front, which is 14th of February, 2023. So it's way out there. I paid a lot for this. But you know what? The beef jerky over at Walmart's way up. It's not terrible. I don't see or understand why. You know, call me old-fashioned, but you know what? Why would you eat? Hey, here's some beef jerky. Or here's some mung beans that we've made to look like beef jerky. Like, it's... I don't know. You know, a lot of this with this product and stuff like this, my bright ideas, there's a lot of personal opinion injected in here. I just don't see... I just don't see a point or need for it. But there you have it. Paper towel full of mung bean. Mung bean. Like, couldn't they have gotten, like, another bean? Like, mung bean? Mung rhymes with dung. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. What are you, a junkie? I will talk to you guys later. I am extremely tired, as you may or may have not already guessed. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.